right, everyone. Welcome to How the Fuck Do I Deal with Juggernaut? So,
Easily. It's no problem whatsoever.
it's not a problem. I mean, I understand why we're even having this episode. It's
Yeah,
just it's ridiculous.
he's a stupid model.
I
Just
mean,
ignore him, you'll be fine.
it's easy.
It's so easy, James. How do you do it?
All right, so it's not easy. All right, so a couple ideas we came up with. Once again, hitting him with Root, hitting him with Incinerate. Incinerate's going to be your best friend against Juggernaut. Um,
Mm,
dropping his energy defense down to 2 is going to be great. So the way we figure this out is basically you're going to deal with his healthy side and his injured side in completely different manners. The healthy side, hit him with Root, making all his powers cost an extra 1. It's not going to help you too much when he gets his free attacks, his free nothing starts a Juggernaut, that kind of stuff. But
yeah, but making it only stop the Juggernaut cost 5, I believe.
yeah, it costs
Hold
him
on, I have the card. Costing 4, and does Root affect I'm the Juggernaut as attack too? I can't remember. Or is it
It
just
doesn't.
powers?
It's just the powers.
Yeah.
But Incinerate
But
dropping him down is going to be
but
great.
it also makes Nice Punch cost 2.
Mm,
2 power for 1 damage
That
is
is
a
that is really
lot.
good. That is good. So Root's going to be your friend. Incinerate's going to be your friend for dropping him down. Um, do not worry about stun. Do not worry about stagger. Especially
Well, yeah, he's immune to stun.
unless you're going to combo your stagger with Root. Don't try to
Well,
stagger him.
no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't necessarily say that if he is on. If he only has 1 power on him, stagger him.
I mean,
Well,
it's not
because
going to help.
he can't get the 1 power to do nothing stops the Juggernaut to remove stagger.
It is true. He won't get enough power to actually do nothing starts Juggernaut at the beginning of the turn to basically get out there and do it. But yeah, it's it's still going to be a problem. Staggering him on like 0 power is going to be good because he won't be able to start off with nothing stops Juggernaut. But don't try to just apply it to make him you could, okay, if the player's stupid, you could
So
stagger
you're
them.
playing me.
If you could stagger them, and then they would pay the 3 at the beginning of the turn, lowering their total power down by 3, just to lose the stagger and get a few extra things. Um, or if you're against a smart player, don't worry about it because they won't spend the 3. They'll just shake, and then they'll just go ahead and do um, like I'm the Juggernaut within if you're within the 2 distance. Um, it's almost not. Well, God, is it almost worth it?
I would say it's worth it if he's under the power to not to shake it. Because you
God,
got to
yeah,
remember, it makes his strike and I'm the Juggernaut go to 8 and 10 if he can move. If you can
that's
stop him
true.
from moving, you drop 3 dice out of there, and that swings the math.
Yeah, okay then. I agree then. Okay, go ahead and stagger them. Because that will actually help. Um, it forces them to spend power, and if not, it forces them to basically drop down 1 action, which means he can't move and then do the attack. So yeah, okay, yeah, you convinced
Yeah.
me.
Because also remember, if he has to do 3 power and nothing stops the Juggernaut, especially if you could throw a root on him, it's 4 power. He
Yep.
probably doesn't have what he needs to do. I'm the Juggernaut.
Yeah. Uh,
Now he can still do strike. Don't get me wrong; he can still hurt you, but it's less hurt.
yeah. Placement effects and moving him out of position's not going to really help you with against the Juggernaut. So it's
Well, no,
almost.
it would. It mitigates his power again. So now,
Mm,
if you can place him out, because don't forget, a short place is still and nothing stops the Juggernaut.
I'm almost
What he has to do to
afraid.
get back.
Yeah, I'm almost afraid of doing that though
Why?
because if you're forcing them to move, if you're forcing a Juggernaut to move, he's just going to generate 2 power and he's going to get extra dice and
Or
he's
I
going to
mean,
punch you harder for
he
it.
can still do a non-movement movement action and do all the same shit. So you might as well put him out of place to force him to move and force the action.
All right, so if you're going to move him, terrain's not going to be not going to be your friend. It's not going to really help. He does have, like I said, on his injured side. Like I said, but once again, you're dealing with him differently. okay, so does putting him at a position really help? It might.
I would
Um,
say yes too because of the size of his base.
he's also size 4. There's not a lot of things that are gonna like push him, throw him, that kind of thing. Oh,
Placement affects,
if you could
but
throw a
placement
size
affects
4,
too.
fucking throw him.
Yeah, but don't forget placement effects still affect him.
That is true. Placement effects still do affect him.
So if
So,
you can place him medium, that's a good distance. That
if you're
that puts him out of place.
trying to kill him, incinerate and energy attacks on his front side, but going to his back side. Um,
That's dangerous, James, going to his backside.
I
Did you
know.
buy him,
Well, I
did you
mean,
buy him drinks first?
it is Juggernaut. So his psychic drops down to 2. Um, he loses the helmet. He does gain a throw. Um, he still has all the hey, I really can't be pushed around. So you still have stagger. You still have the root being extremely good. Root on his injured side becomes a complete neutering to him because now Avatar becomes 4. Um, you
Yeah.
do not want him throwing on his injured side.
Well, you don't want anyone throwing on any side.
Well, I mean, on his injured side, he only has to throw. So, um, if you're playing defenders where you can just change the attack, you shouldn't worry about Juggernaut too horribly. I mean, because you're going to be
Yeah.
changing, you're going to be like, cool, I'll attack with energy. Oh no, it's his day's side. Cool, change everything in psychic. Punch him
I
with
would
my
also
psychic fist.
I would also say X Force wouldn't be too bad with Cable, with him being Energy Mystic for his basics, and then bringing Domino along
That's true.
because that'll stop his crits. You have Incinerate on a stick, so you
Yep.
can manipulate it out.
If
And
you're
Domino's 2 out of 3 attacks are energy.
playing Guardians, if you're playing Criminal Syndicate, if you're playing well, Web Warriors isn't too bad because they do have some energy attacks, but they really don't have any psychics.
Not really.
Um, you're gonna have problems. You're mostly physicals. There's very few energy attacks in there, and there's almost zero mystic attacks. So the only thing you can possibly do is once again just lower down his energy attacks and try to find something that's going to deal with it. Um, the other thing you can do, and it sounds sucky, um, have your tanky character basically just go base to base with him. I mean, because
I
he can't do his little short move because once he's already base to base with you, there's nowhere he can go other than backwards. Um, so he's immediately bumping into you. He immediately stops you. You only take a point of damage. And things like Kingpin, Kingpin's minimum 1. But anything that has, I think Black Order does have, like where you just say you spend power to just drop it by 1. There's no minimum. Um,
Black Order doesn't have that.
it doesn't. Shit.
No, it's
Um,
they're all minimum to 1.
shoot. Well, that's even.
There's very few models that don't have minimums.
Still, your highest model, your highest defense model, highest physical defense. He's all physical. So
I mean, Voodoo is a good one to play against him.
strangely enough, Voodoo is actually a really good
He's
character to play
tanky
against
enough
him.
to kind of take against him, and with Brother Daniel, you're gonna like we if you watch our other episode where we talk about Juggernaut, make it so he can't contest or play with the points really kind of screws him up.
Yeah. See,
Because
the only problem is that convocation. If you're playing convocation because you're running Voodoo,
well,
um,
you don't have to. You can splash Voodoo into anything.
yeah, you should. Uh, you're gonna have a little problem on his healthy side. Just because he's going to have 5 defense, and you really don't have any energy attacks and any real physical attacks.
Yeah, but you
So
just need to throw Daniel on it to stop one of his main objectives is to camp a point.
yes, yes. Or if
So
he's like,
if you can stop that, that forces Juggernaut to not sit in the middle of the board and just go fuck off.
or
This
like
is mine.
you said earlier, hammers. Like if you're passing Juggernaut off like all the hammers, so he has just
Yeah.
Hulk level attacks. Brother
Well,
Daniel just making
he's gonna.
him explode into
I mean,
rings.
at that point, he'll be better than Hulk. Yeah, like if you're getting Juggernaut
Shit.
against
Yeah.
hammers, you are gonna be in a world of pain.
Yeah.
So, Brother Daniel is a perfect way to stop this. Black
Um,
Cat actually would be another good one.
Black Cat's actually a good one. Get the objective off of them. Um, yeah. Also, his unstoppable momentum is based off a move. So, things like Goblin's explosives, um, not Viper. Sin and Crossbones, little traps. I think even like uh, uh, Spyrofoes has if you get the objective, there's a possibility of an explosion. Like out of turn, just explosions and stuff is like really good. Um, other than that,
He's the way to deal with them is basically lower his defenses and just be and target him,
I
remove
just
him off the board as quickly as possible.
yep. More than likely, so more than likely, Juggernaut's going to go first, or he's going to go last.
Yep.
More than likely first, just to get him into position, start hitting things as hard as they can.
Well, he
Um,
also sets the pace for the board.
he does set the
So
pace of the board. Uh,
poison is another good way to deal with it. It stops him from getting his one during power phase,
he is
so he's
not.
only getting two a turn instead of one,
Yeah, he's not
or
immune
instead of
to
three.
bleed.
Yeah, but it on 8 threat, if you don't have the
Still,
other things that are, I'm sorry, not 8 threat, 8 hit points, it's going to take a long time to wear him down if you don't have a way to drop his defenses. Dice are dice, yeah, no, but still, dropping
guaran-
bleed on him isn't as good as dropping it on other
but
characters.
guaranteed damage against Juggernaut is good. So, like, even having a bleed on him where he's just like, nah, screw it, I'll take the one. He's still taking one.
I
Uh,
mean, yeah, any character dies to a death of 1,000 paper cuts, but I
I
would,
mean,
I wouldn't necessarily use that to counter him because it's 8,
yeah. I mean,
and
I'm saying
it's gonna be.
I'm not saying it's going to be your here's how you win against them. It's just something you can do to do the 1,000 paper cuts. 1,000 papers does work. So,
I mean,
um,
throwing 2 points of bullseye isn't terrible if you get bleed out anyway. Then you can at least guarantee 2 points a turn. And with him only being 2 points, it's not terrible.
yeah, Blade Blaze be good against it. I mean, Midnight
Uh,
Suns once again. Midnight Suns is kind of okay against everything.
yeah.
The meta is leaning towards having a Juggernaut. So keep in your mind when you build your list, there's a severe possibility I'm going to see Juggernaut, which means I need to deal with doing energy and then somehow doing Mystic later. And I don't think any character right now does energy and a Mystic attack
Cable.
other than Cable. Um, yeah, if you're running all
Well,
physical on your list, you're gonna have a problem.
yeah. You need to be prepared in your roster to see Juggernaut across from you. Flamethrowers melt the bottle doesn't
Flame,
exist.
yep, flamethrower is not the model. Um, yeah. Good luck.
Have fun.